This foldable kayak is much better than this inflatable kayak, but it's not for everybody. Let me explain. After testing this foldable kayak for about a month now, I found several reasons that I actually like it better than my inflatable kayak. It's actually a lot easier to transport and carry because it's so much lighter. It's about half the weight this inflatable kayak. It's also easier to pack. It's more compact when it's folded up. One of the biggest surprises was how straight this foldable kayak tracks. The first time that I got into it, it paddled like a dream. I was blown away. Honestly, I was still a little bit worried coming out to the river, especially seeing when we got here at how much current was just flowing, but I haven't had any problems today at all, and it's tracked really well in the current. When I needed to paddle a little bit through some ripples, it's paddled great. Since it's so lightweight, it's also almost effortless to paddle. Now the current's rolling pretty good today on this little river, and I could paddle upstream fairly easily. Now it did take some effort, but it didn't take near as much effort as that inflatable kayak does. Another thing that I really like about this folding kayak is how easy it is to set up. Today, me and my mom were racing, not really racing, but we saw which one was faster, and this foldable kayak blew this inflatable kayak out of the water simply because there's a few folds that you got to make, slide a few things into place, clip it on there, and you're good to go. This one just takes a lot longer to put all this air in these chambers. However, the iATAK 110 outshines the Oru Beach LT Sport in 3 key areas. This inflatable kayak is way more stable than any folding kayak, and that's primarily because of the drop stitch flooring. It's so stable that you can stand up and fish from this. Now, if you're like me and you understand the advantages of being able to stand up and fish versus having to sit down the whole time, that's a game changer right there. Stability is also a safety factor. Number one, you're not gonna tip it and lose a bunch of gear and endangering yourself of getting hung up on something or getting swept down river. So having a more stable kayak is safer and it offers better fishing opportunities. I appreciate that Oru tried to make this a kayak fishing by putting rails on here so that you could attach rod holders, cup holders, and maybe a fish finder. But where the rails are at, it's just awkward to paddle when there's a rod holder or anything in place, which is where the iATAK outshines the folding kayak by a million miles, because it actually has specific spots that are plenty out of the way to put your rod holder, to put your fish finder, to put your cup holder, whatever you might need for a day on the water. The area that I was most blown away by this inflatable kayak was the seat. I've sat in some inflatable kayaks that had another air up seat, and it's just not nearly as comfortable. However, the seat that the Wilderness Systems iATAK uses is so comfortable that my mom actually wanted to sit in it while we're filming this segment right here, even though she sat in it all day while we've been floating down the river. It's that comfortable. So now that you know a few of the benefits and drawbacks of each kayak, it's time to decide who the heck are these for? The price really won't affect your choice in any way because they're about the same price range. Anywhere from $1,200 to $1,400, depending on if you catch one or the other on sale or not. If you're a casual paddler and casual angler, the Oru kayak is gonna be perfect for you because it's easy to transport, it's super lightweight, and it's just a lot of fun to paddle. If you're a more serious angler, you're gonna need to go with the Wilderness Systems iATAK. And that's because of the rigging options, the additional stability, which means you don't have to have Olympic balance beam balancing skills to stand up and fish from this kayak. Now for the serious anglers that are interested in the iATAK 110, I've got a video right here that deep dives into the pros and cons, everything that I like and don't like about this inflatable kayak. And I can't wait to see you there.